Alright, so good morning everyone, welcome back to Chippy's Couch. Today you join me for what may be, and probably will be, the final part of our Thorium 1.4 adventure. As we stand here on top of our relic stand, you can see that we have faced many a foe, and today it is my goal to take on and destroy the final one, the Primordials. Now, I don't remember too much about this fight. All I can really remember, if I'm being honest, and it sounds bad, I remember it being kind of boring, or like a little underwhelming. Maybe a fight that has a lot of health, but isn't too hard, but isn't too exciting either. Has that been changed in recent years? Well, I don't know. We're going to find out today. So yeah, thank you for supporting the series. Like, it means a lot. This series and this channel, the lifeblood of it is you, and it's your passion and your enthusiasm and your dedication and your commitment to the channel. That's the only thing that like keeps the cog turning. I show up, I play a little bit of Terraria, but if it wasn't for you lot, well, there would be no Chippy's Couch, and I'm very grateful that we've done yet another series. This one has been a bop. I've really enjoyed doing this as well. It's been a fun one. Now, before we continue, a lot of people want to know, well, what happens next? You know, what mod is it? Well, to be completely truthful, and I tried to kind of, steer the ship a little bit this way at the start. What's probably going to happen is the channel will once again go into hiatus mode. It will shut down, and then in a couple of months, we'll be back and we'll do another chapter, another big, continuous daily let's play. Because the way I look at the channel is we can do we could do a couple of months of main channel stuff, get the wheel rolling on that, let that be like the main thing, and then we can shut the main channel down for a month or two and do Chippy's Couch, and then that way like everything keeps flowing and I'm not like battling two channels and blah blah blah. And yeah, so hopefully that's all right. So yeah, thank you so much. I've really tried to put everything into this Let's Play. Like, it's been every day. As you may have seen on the main channel, I've only made 2 videos since doing this Let's Play, and I've done 30 episodes of this. But yeah, thank you so much for supporting it. It means a lot. The hiatus, it might not be that long. I don't know. I haven't figured it all out yet. But all I know is that, like, you know, I've got to sustain both channels. And yeah, there you go. Right, okay, final episode. Let's focus. So, since the last episode, last night I popped on and I bought our Moonlord bags because I was waiting around for the operator. Now, I didn't realize, or I kind of forgot, that you get Lucio's weapon from Overwatch from the Moonlord. So I opened these treasure bags, not really expecting anything, just kind of doing a little bit of world maintenance. Oh, we also built a second platform so that we could use it today. So here it is. Here's Lucio's weapon. We got it in the second treasure bag. It's kind of cool. Why is my health like that? Oh, is that part of our the set bonus mixed with? Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Look. It's part of this, mixed with this, I think. I don't really know. Okay, we're moving on to new armor. So the good thing about the shooting star fragments is you can actually craft them using your other fragments, which is great because we had so many of these for the other classes and we weren't using them. So I think in combination, if we dump these in here, we can now make we should make luminite bars first. So we're going to make a whole bunch of those. Make as many as possible, 59. We can now finish off the armor. So we've got the helmet, thank you very much, and we've got the leggings. Also, thank you very much. Now I'm just trying to remember, is there anything that we need to make weapon-wise that we didn't make? So we've got the Sound Sage's Lament, we've got the guitar. I think that might be it. I think this is like, we really are in the end game now. Okay, cool. So let's see this armor then. So right now, 70 defense. Set bonus is 20% increased. No, sorry. that's just the legs. The set bonus is the energies of Terraria will seek to protect you when you're in combat. And your empowerments, duration, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Moving on over. 74 defense. Very fancy. Set bonus is increases the duration of your symphonic empowerments by 6 seconds. My voice is still breaking. Each unique empowerment you have increases your symphonic damage by 5%. Each unique empowerment you have increases your inspiration regen by 2%. Plus, it just kind of looks baller. So very exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff indeed. So for Ragnarok, the Primordials, sorry, forgot the name already. It needs to be nighttime. So we'll slumber, we'll simmer down, and we'll wait a little bit. But yeah, I just want to keep saying it. Thank you for supporting the Let's Play. This one's been really fun. I always like to do a little review right at the very end. Thorium's been a blast, but I think it was a couple of episodes ago, I was kind of reminded of the fact that Thorium itself hasn't really changed a lot over the years. Like, ever since my original series, like 6 years ago, it has changed, but it also kind of hasn't. And I think once that kind of clicked with me, I was like, you know, I was a bit like, it kind of makes sense. I've seen a lot of this before. That being said, though, I'm glad to have played Thorium in 1.4, and I'm excited to see what they add in the future and how they adapt things and what's going to change. You know, because right now, I didn't really think about it too much at the start. We're playing a port of an older mod that hasn't had too much changed. The relics, very neat addition. I enjoyed them. And whatever random new little things we encountered on the way must have been fun. That being said, I think when I do come back to the channel, I think I would like to do either the mod of Redemption, because I had such fun with that mod, and I reckon I've forgotten a good chunk of it. Or we come back and we do Calamity, because Calamity gets big updates quite frequently, and I think that could be fun. I think we could all be seeing something new around there. Right, so we're going to buff up, we're going to begin, and let's see what this is all about. I think the first thing we should probably do is get a little bit of this. Now already, I will say, this fight is different than I remember, because I remember the screen kind of turning orange, and it was just like quite a lot of stuff going on. This looks a little bit different. Like, I remember like a world-ending event, and it was a lot of running around, but it looks like this version seems to be you're rotating between all 3 of the different Primordials, which is very cool. So already I'm going to say, best fight ever, 10 out of 10. No, it does look cool though, legit. I still don't understand why my health is like that. I don't know what caused it. It's got to be this weapon, right? It's got to be like the special effect from this. It must be. So I'm wondering then, if it's not health-based, I'm wondering if maybe it's like time-based. I don't know. I'd be interested to find out. But as always, we're flicking through different weapons. I reckon it is. I reckon it's time-based. I reckon it's like, okay, you're going to have a certain amount of time with each boss, and I reckon some parts hit harder than others. But so far, I will say, it's not too hard. But I did get a comment on the last episode that was like, James, you are in for a little bit of pain, because I spent days fighting this fight on and off. So I've kind of come into this thinking, all right, this might not be great. Also, something to keep in mind, this might be one of those fights where it's all right now, but it's just going to get worse and worse, you know, and everything's going to get even more torturous. Now, I don't think I remember this fight. I think this is completely different. As in, I don't think I fought this version. It's been a while since I've done just Calamity, to be fair. Sorry, Thorium. That's a really bad thing to not remember on the last day. Be like, yes, Calamity. No. Yeah, I don't remember this at all. I remember, like, yeah, I just remember the screen being orange. That's the biggest thing I remember about it. And I remember being kind of feeling like a little bit claustrophobic. And I also kind of remember just genuinely running around and not actually seeing any of the fight, but relying on homing weapons. So in terms of the battle so far, I'm having a lot of fun. I quite like how it shakes up the fight by swapping between them. In terms of dodging, though, all I'm doing is moving in a circle. I haven't actually done anything that's like dodging yet. And I'm curious if it is going to be one of those fights where It's just going to keep going and going and going. Now, here's my prediction. My prediction is, I reckon... Oh, okay. Yeah, this is it. This is it. This is what I'm thinking. All right? I reckon it's just going to get slowly harder and harder. And then eventually, right, my new prediction is, eventually what's going to happen is you're going to be fighting all three of them at the same time. But I don't know, actually. It seems like what's happening is, as they get weaker and weaker, they start developing more and more attacks. I'm curious how this person's going to change his attacks, because his attack right now reminds me more of the Orange's attack and what it currently is. I really need to figure out health, though, because my health is not great. Okay. Okay, wait for the regen. Get that going. It's not helped by the fact that there's so many enemies on the ground. I think if I had to make a prediction right now, I'd say the green one is the one that's the hardest. The one that's probably going to take me out. No, I'm kind of glad that it's swapped over. Oh, gosh. It's the enemies. The enemies are actually, like, confusing me so bad. Okay, keep it going. So now I would say that this is a real fight. This is real dodging right here. You know what? One day, I probably could replay. Whoa! Oh, my gosh. Wow. Okay, so it definitely steps up in difficulty, because that was a lot worse than what we faced at the start. Alright, so for this fight, I've made some changes. We're now using a calming potion, which should really help. Well, hopefully. Because I feel like the majority of my slip-ups were enemies. And then I've added music note statues, and we've got 2 this time. Because I still feel like, at this point in the game, they need to add a new inspirational upgrade, because I still think compared to other classes, it's just slow, and it's the kind of slow where it's like, well, it's just, it can be a little boring waiting for it to regen, but with this, it just makes it so much better. Honestly, if this was just like the set, and this is how it was just in general, I think I would not be as mad. Oh gosh. Okay, right, I do have to be careful not to die here. So this fight seems to be going a little bit better, and I tell you what, I believe now. This fight is actually, it's pretty hard. Like, okay, at the start, it's not too bad when you're just kind of like floating around. But yeah, no, this is difficult. I agree. So I'm just trying my best to, you know, fly around, not get too close, especially to this green one, since this green one seems to charge you. I feel like this is probably the, oh gosh, the one I'm going to take out first. Oh, okay, right. It's gotten even harder now. So the problem is because we now have to move a lot more, we're not gonna be able to farm inspiration as much as I would have wanted. Ah, so this is how this whirlwind attack works. You have to move up and down. Okay. Oh, it's horrible. Okay, we're alive. We're alive. Don't let this charge us. Try not get blocked by enemies. That's going to be a big thing. Make sure we've got buffs. See, I'm being bad, right? I've got to make sure I don't get charged. This homing weapon is the only thing keeping me alive. Okay, because we've got broken armor and 11 seconds on a heal. This is not ideal. No, 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 no. Okay, keep flying around. Keep flying around. Get a heal. Get buffs. Oh, gosh. Oh, we did so well then, though. We did so well. So I will say it's a very hard fight to commentate because you have to dodge quite a bit. There is a lot to this fight. Now, that being said, we are getting by, and I'm happy with that, and I'm learning some AIs. Like, I'm kind of reacting better than I was a few attempts ago. Now, the reason I bring it back now is because we're getting pretty close with this one, and I wanted to see, and it's true, if you could take one out, one at a time, because a good strat might be, if we keep absolutely getting stomped on, is to maybe just, like, work on one, work on the next, you know? That could be pretty good. Oh, gosh. Okay. I need to remain calm, not get too ahead of myself, make sure I'm actually swapping between stuff, and being careful of the AI. Technically, though, it should get easier from this point, but I don't know. I've also discovered... No, okay, right. I really need to concentrate. I might have to be silent. I've also discovered that this is our best weapon, and it deals the most damage. All right? Oh, no. Yeah, fumbled it. I fumbled it because I wanted to chat, but this is me, right? This is the curse of commentating a boss fight. Okay, so we have a new attack for this one, and I'm not too sure what it is. Like, oh, okay, right. So, it's going to circle around you, and then it turns red, and when it turns red, it's like a blockade. You have to get out of its way. I might change to the homing weapon now. Well, we're dead, so... oh, no, this fight is actually rock solid. I did not believe it when people said that it was going to be a tough episode. I kind of thought, yeah, like, we'll see, we'll see. No, it's legitimately really hard. So this fight is getting pretty close, but the game has decided no. I've got a solar eclipse going on, random wyverns showing up. So although this is not the one, I will praise myself on the fact that I am getting slightly better at the fight. Just got to remember not to get hit by that. Yeah, this is like the actual worst time to do a boss fight. A random solar eclipse. Haven't had one. The single Let's Play, and now it's the talk of the town. Okay, okay, right. Let's see if we can get this right. So, we know it's going to do its green phase, where it does the green lasers. We need to stay still for that. We need to keep dodging. I don't exactly know how the Ring of Fire attack is going to go. Oh, it just spawns out a new one. Oh. If this becomes another boss fight, I'm actually done. I don't want to do this anymore. This has been too much. For real, though, I think this is the part I remember the most about the old fight. This phase wasn't necessarily it, I don't think, but I do remember something along the lines of this, kinda. But I am very much done with this fight. So, yeah, if we lose this one, I'm just going to say we won. It was a big win, and it was great. Yeah. So, I think I'm going to wrap it up there for this one. That fight was awful, right? So, to get that far, I started it at nighttime. So, I was fighting for 12 minutes to get to the real fight. Now, I don't know what that says about this fight as a whole. I don't know if we're too weak. I don't know if it was balanced for Master Mode. I don't really know. All I know is, no. I'm through. So as the day passes away and the solar eclipse is no more, I had a little look at my last Thorium Let's Play, and it turns out that I did the exact same thing, right? I got to the final boss, got to a certain part, and was like, nah, I'm alright. And maybe that's why I never remember the fight fondly. But I did look, and it was a completely different fight. Similar in the sense of there were 3 things, and they had similar attacks, but it was completely different. Now, I will say, the fight against the Primordials themselves, that was a really banging final fight. Like, I felt at the end of it, we were done. I felt satisfied. The little bit that's, like, added on at the end, I don't know about that. I feel like the fight could do without it. But I think with some rebalancing, if you could speed up the first half so that it didn't take so long, and I was doing pretty good with my damage. Like, we've got good reforges, we've got good weapons, we've got note statues, I had heart lanterns, I even bought that conductor stand, which I should have bought ages ago. Look at it, right? So we have everything. We've got it all. It just went on too long. You know, we're using good stuff. So I feel like if they sped up the first half, they could justify the second half. Or, alternatively, maybe take a page from Calamity's book and instead maybe do it where you defeat, like, the Primordials, they're dead, and then when you refight the fight, you fight the final form, kind of like Yaren, where you do phase 1, you win, but you don't win, and then you come back with upgrades. Right, so that's going to be it. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.